Hello, welcome to How to Play Kiler, game for 2 to 5 players. This game comes to us from Dice Games Properly Explained. And to play, you're going to need 5 dice. The player's going to roll all 5, hold any dice they wishes, and re-roll any dice they wishes. He's going to score on the 4 dice combination, and he's going to score the remainder on any open number categories. Now, the key is open number categories. I'll explain that later. So your score sheet's going to look just like this. Basically, you're going to have some other vertical lines for each player. But basically, these are all the categories that you can score in. The total's not a category. It's just a place to do math on later. So let's go ahead and explain each and every one of these. I'm going to start with the numerical values. So in order to have a score in the 1 through 6s, you must first have that category opened. And to do that, you must have a 3 of a kind to open it. After that, any additional 6s that get rolled and held can be scored in the 6 category once it's open. Bullseyes are essentially 2 pairs, so you can also score a 4 of a kind on a bullseye, basically 2 pairs. So if you have 2 different pairs of numbers, you'll get those 4 dice and only those 4 dice. Doubles or pairs, you can either score 1 or 2 pairs, so again, a 4 of a kind can be scored in doubles. And it's pretty simple. You get the 4 dice number. And the sequences consist of 4 dice, not 5, but just 4. And it scores its combined value. So if you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10. If you have a 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 14. If it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 18 points. Trebles are 3 of a kind. Only scores 3 dice of the same value. The rest of the dice get put somewhere else. So the maximum this could be is 18. So let's go ahead and start this game out. South rolls first. He has a 15. He scores on 5. And then North rolls a 20 on 5s and goes ahead and closes out 5. So we can no longer score on 5s. We saw a bullseye get scored. And now we're going to see another bullseye get scored by North. Now South now has a bullseye and cancels it out. So no more scores can be entered on on the bullseye category. Now the sequences category has been shut out. The doubles category has been scored on, and the threes category has been opened by North. So South does not have the ability to put anything in the threes category until he gets a 3 of a kind. That's where the magic of this game comes in. It does get a little tough sometimes to open up a category for yourself. And other than that, sometimes a player can choose just to keep scoring on a category, and that's where this game's really magic. You could score on the category and try to get as much done. And sometimes you're going to waste a roll. If you have a roll that nothing can be scored on, either the numerical categories aren't all opened up for you, or you didn't quite make what you needed, then you just don't score anything, you don't write anything down, the game continues. So unlike Yahtzee, there's no zeroing out anything, you just keep going with it. And it can be a fairly long game. We're playing a 2-player game here, and realistically the strategy is now trying to shut out the rest of the numerical values. We're trying to open up values for one player, and the other player is trying to score those values, open them up. As soon as he opens up those values, the scores end, and no more scoring can happen on it. So sometimes you're just going to be able to score only 1 die. Other times you're going to be able to score 2 die, but until you can get those categories opened and, for yourself, they can't be closed for the other player. We finally saw 6 get closed, and now we saw 3 get closed, so now 1, 2, and 4 are what the target is. And now both players are trying to get those categories closed out or scored more on. So now 4's been closed out, and now 1's been closed out. All we have is 2. So now South and North are both trying to open up 2s, and as soon as one of them opens it up, the other's going to try to close it out. And it is not going well. This is where the game gets kind of weird because it does take a while to finish it. Okay, 2 has been opened up. Now can it be closed before North scores enough points on it to come back? And looks like no, we're going to keep going with it. Been 4 entries so far. And as you can see from the speed, yep, there it is. The 2s have been closed out. So now time to do the rest of the math and add all these numbers up. That's the other thing, is there's a lot of math going on. So we have 242 points by South. and 220 by north, so south 1. So if you actually want to attempt this in public with strangers, with people you don't know, come to our subreddit Card Game Meetups, post what games you know, where you want to do this at. And if you go there, definitely post what city you're in. I mean, it's great to have more members, but do post. Let's try to meet up sometime. If you click under Show More in the description, you'll see all the links to other card game instructional channels I enjoy, as well as music rules. And you'll see 2 links to a Discord server. One's a Solitaire server, and one's a server that encompasses cards, dice, dominoes, and board games, though not much on board games. But you can talk about it there. I mean, you see all the categories in the left hand of that. Do call up your friends. It's important to do this. And tell them about this channel. And tell them about Card Game Meetups, and see if you can schedule your own meetup sometime. Playing cards is a very fun activity. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. So do remember to like, subscribe, and share these videos with your friends and family that love playing card games. And I want to thank today's musician, Francesco Perino, for his cover of Queen's Killer Queen. Do check out his channel. He's got 573,000 subscribers, and he can definitely use one more. And I'll see you next video.